What it do, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, your girl is here to bring you another update in yet another project pan. I told you guys in a more recent community post that this week was going to be heavily focused on project pan updates because I missed quite a few last week because I was not feeling well enough to record. And so I wanted to catch up, kind of re-record or record for the first time some of those videos that I missed last week. And yeah, I'm finally caught up more or less. And for today's video, I'm going to be updating you guys on my Pan 22 eyeshadows project pan. This is quite simply what it sounds. I had a goal and still have a goal for myself in the year of 2022 to pan 22 eyeshadows. And yeah, if you're interested in hearing my update, let's get to it. Alrighty guys, so first things, pretty much everything on my face is project pan. I did apply my base makeup a little bit differently, so I'm definitely going to see how I like or dislike that application. Eye makeup, I also did try a new product. I don't know if it's going to crease, I don't know how it's going to wear. And to date, you guys don't know that I bought this, but I bought something from Target and I did record it. I don't know if I'm gonna really use that footage though. Anyways, it is from Thread. I believe that's the full like brand name, and it's a Blend It multi-stick, and this is in the shade Loyal. So that's what's on my eyes pretty much. It's like the bronzy kind of shimmer shade. And then I use actually a project pan eyeshadow as my wing eyeliner. So that's pretty much that. And like I said, everything else is project pan, just that one eyeshadow is not. So that's pretty much that. Check out down below in the event that you would be interested in seeing a full detail of what is on my face. And yeah, let's get into it. So unfortunately, I do not have any pans, but you guys will have seen that I used a lot of these shadows throughout various looks this month, which isn't very many, but also last month as well. A lot of my videos you saw glimpses of these palettes being used, and for these particular eyeshadows, a lot of them I did not have as deep of a pan or as much usage as I did kind of in the first couple of months. So that's why it's taking me so long, but there is definitely a lot of forward progress and I am very excited for that. Let's go ahead and start off really with the most forward progress, and this is from my Marvelous Mauves palette from Dose of Colors. It is the shadow that I actually have as my liner today, and it is in Wine Stain. So I will have some b-roll so you guys can really see, and you'll see that the dent is quite deep. I don't think it's going to take but maybe a couple more uses for me to really see it, and maybe if I was wearing my glasses I would be able to see pan. Today I don't see any pan, but who knows, maybe by the time I do my b-roll there will be some magical pan appearing. But either way, very happy to have this palette, very happy to have prioritized using this palette, and I'm hopeful that without a shadow of a doubt the next update I will definitely see some progress there. The next palette is its twin sister in my collection, and that is the Sassy Sienna palette, once again from Dose of Colors. And in this palette I am highlighting this shade right here, which is Stay Sassy. Now I have not been using this shade in the same way or manner that I've been using the shade from the Marvelous Mauve, and that one I use a liner brush, so I really am able to kind of really penetrate one particular area every time I wear it. And so you can see that's why there was like that tunnel of like use. When it comes to this, I'm using more of a fluffy brush, so it's just not going to show that use in the same way. That said though, I think that I really like this kind of technique of doing my liner with an eyeshadow, and I think I will continue to do this technique, but just with this shade, and hopefully further on after I am able to hopefully successfully hit pan in both of these shadows, I will continue this method because I do like the technique, I do like the look, and I find that if I can learn the technique I will actually be able to blend it out so it looks even more seamless and natural for an everyday makeup look, because I do kind of want to get to that rhyme or reason, that kind of rhythm where I am able to do a wing. I've always enjoyed a wing in my eyeshadow looks, and even with a liquid liner, I find it is just a slightly little bit more refined look. Nothing bad, but just it's a little bit more refined. And sometimes I may just want to have a little bit more less refined look with an eyeshadow. I don't know if that made any sense, but in my head it makes sense. It also is close to midnight on Thursday night, so who knows. It might just be the lateness of the time. Next, let's go ahead and talk about the Viseart Dark Mattes palette, and in this one I am highlighting this like mac and cheese orange yellowy shade. I do use this quite often when I can. I use it a lot in my crease and in my transition area, and because of that, once again, I'm using more of a fluffy brush. So this is definitely going to be more of a long haul eyeshadow product in this project, but I love the shade, and you guys seem to always enjoy the looks that I'm able to create with this shade being kind of the base shade. And I think this in the crease, maybe even blending out this like shimmery bronzy shade, would be fantastic. So hopefully they will see some more progress. I don't see all that much. There definitely is some indentations there, but there's a lot of product in these palettes. So yeah, I'm hopeful, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how long it takes me to hit pan. Next, I have my ABH Jackie Aina palette, and this is a palette that I use quite heavily using the shade Trust Issues, and I actually use it for an inner corner, which it seems I forgot my inner corner today, so let's just go ahead and pop that in. 9 times out of 10, if I don't have trust issues in my inner corner, it's my highlighter. That's typically just how I do my things. That said, there's definitely once again a dent. It usually doesn't take me this long to hit pan in an ABH palette, but I have been on and off with actually wearing makeup because I've been feeling well one day, not the next, and so I haven't really been pushing myself overly to apply makeup just to see progress. I apply it to enjoy it, to relax, to do videos, and so that's another reason why I feel my progress may be slower than typical for me. But I'm not mad at this progress at all. I'm still very much happy in the long run. 2 more palettes to update you guys on, and the first one I want to talk about is the Dominique Cosmetics Latte 2 palette. Now, I put this in my project for a couple of different reasons. Some of these browns are more neutral undertone browns, and I thought I would get a lot of use out of them with kind of a one shadow look, which I am aspiring to do. I haven't really had the time or the gumption, honestly, to do it, but I will get there. But the shade that's in the project is this one right here, which is Matcha, and this will work beautifully with the shade that I'm going to be talking about last. These 2 shades work really, really nicely together. There's so much pigmentation and blendability with this palette. It is a phenomenal palette, but that said, there's so much product in these pans. I am not confident to really know that I will be able to hit pan in this prior to the end of the year, but I am still excited and encouraged to keep that shade in the project, as I think it makes a beautiful pairing with this last shadow. And the last shadow I want to highlight today is from my Nomad Cosmetics Harajuku palette, and this is the shade Mushy Mushy. So I really thought that I would have had pan in this, and there is definitely a significant kind of dippage going on here, but alas, there is no pan, mainly because the last couple of times I've been using this particular shadow and this particular palette, I've been using my finger. Really quick tip, if you are project panning and you are aiming to pan products quicker, I would actually suggest you use a brush and actually spray said brush. I find that that was helping me at a time to kind of get through my shimmer shadows maybe quicker than I otherwise would have. At this juncture, I just want to enjoy my makeup. I'm not really rushing to hit pan quicker. Yes, I have this ultimate goal of hitting pan in 22 eyeshadows, but that was my goal in the sense to kind of curb my spending on eyeshadow palettes, and we see how that's gone this year. So yeah, that's kind of where this project is. And when it comes to my mindset right now, right, so this has now been the 6th update halfway through the year technically, and I'm feeling a little bit conflicted when it comes to this particular project pan. My other 3 I feel very, very motivated and happy with. This one I feel a slight trepidation, if you will, because I feel as though it's taking me so long to really get the pan in these that I'm not rotating through my collection as much as I would have thought I would have been able to. And that was also like a kind of background goal of mine, was to just rotate through kind of my older palettes that weren't necessarily seeing a lot of love on my channel, so that I could actually get use out of them otherwise. And so that's my one hang up. I think I'm gonna kind of see this project pan through to the end though, and then maybe kind of determine whether I think this is a project that I continue to kind of manipulate and change as the years go by, or whether I'm going to shift a little bit and do a little bit more of a shop in my stash situation. Who knows? I really don't know, but I just wanted to kind of voice where my mentality is right now, as like I said, we are halfway through the year. I would love to hear if you guys are doing an eyeshadow project pan, and if you are, how you've been doing. I know a lot of us have been struggling with project pans and our no buys, our low buys, and all that stuff. I hope that at least in this week, as I slowed down on showing you guys new products, it helped to continue to remind you to show some love to the products that are already in your collection and that you are enjoying or you wish to enjoy in the future. With that said, that's all I got for you guys today. I will see you guys tomorrow, and tomorrow's video will be showcasing the products that I picked up from Lamplight. I hope you guys are excited. I'm excited. I still have yet to record that video. I will be recording it tomorrow, the day you guys are watching this video. So super exciting, and I'll see you guys then. Bye guys.